Alright, this is my Let's Play. I have a guest commenter for the moment, but right now we're going to create a character. So, here we get to load. Welcome, adventurer, to Mountain Blade Warband, Prophecy of Pendor. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. While in a traditional medieval society, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility, this is empathetically not the case in Pendor. Men and women are equals in battle, at conquest, and either gender may become king or queen. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a character who is not of noble birth. Nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. Choose male, female, or pretty female. I don't know, whatever. Male. Alright. You were born years ago in the land of Barclay, far to the west and south of Pendor. You never knew your mother, who died when you were young. Your father was... Our choices are listed here: an impoverished and displaced minor noble from Pendor, a noble merchant ship captain, a knight of an outlawed knighthood order, a retired noble adventurer, a banished chieftain's son from the Deshaw's steppes, a mysterious figure who told you nothing of his past. My dad was a retired noble adventurer. You were the son of a man who in his youth had traveled with a band of adventurers. On many a night you listened raptly to your father's tales of bravery, adventure, and sacrifice. He worked as a sheriff and warden in the outlying towns of eastern Barclay. He was often gone, tracking down and capturing the poachers, outlaws, and bandits who plagued the forests where you grew up. He taught you how to survive in the wilds, to fight, and how to spot and avoid danger. In your youth you had very little idle time, as your father either arranged for you to serve a minor Barclay noble, sent you to become an apprentice to the local gilded craftsman, put you in the care of a successful merchant, left you to fend for yourself, or sent you out on your own to hunt in the wilds. My dad sent me to become an apprentice to the local gilded craftsman. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed with a local craftsman to learn his trade. After you spent years working hard and studying harder under your master, he promoted you to journeyman. Later, he employed you as a fully paid craftsman until you decided it was time to move on. Then, after what seemed an eternity, your life changed. You were given the opportunity to become a squire, a bard, a scholar at the Barclay University, a self-employed merchant, an engineer and builder, a tracker, and a hunter. A scholar at the Barclay University. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, obviously, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You found yourself a student at a university in one of the great cities, where you studied theology, philosophy, and medicine. Though not all your lessons were learned in the lecture halls, sometimes you joined your fellows as they roamed the alleys in search of wine, women, or a good fight. You learned firsthand to set a broken jaw and how to persuade an angry townsman to set down his club and accept cash compensation for the destruction of his shop. Obviously, I was a douchebag. But as the fates would have it, everything in your world changed suddenly. You had no choice but leave the lands of Barclay and strike out for Pendor because of personal revenge, the loss of a loved one, wanderlust, being forced out of your home, the lure of gold, the bright prospects of opportunity, and the thrill of adventure. That's gonna be me. Only you know what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. To others it appears that you seek a life of excitement and adventure with all the riches, power, and renown that go with them. You want your name spoken by the nobility with respect and perhaps even fear. You want the world, and you won't let anyone hinder your efforts to get it. I'm going to become an adventurer and sell for Pendor. We can choose a banner, but we'll wait until I either become a king or something. Just allow me to quit without saving. Now enter your name and distribute your attribute, skill, and weapon points. You can click the various elements on the screen to learn how each one will affect your character. My name will be Rivas. Alright, we're going to put 1 point in agility and 3 points in charisma to bring everything up to an even 9. We're going to bring our leadership up to 3. 3 in Iron Flesh, because each point in Iron Flesh gives you 2 hit points. We're going to put 3 points into Power Strike so that we don't hit like a bitch. And we're going to... Looting's good. We got 1 extra point. We're going to put that extra point into... Should we use shields? What do you think, bro? Shields or two-handers?
Well, you're more of a shield guy. I prefer two-handers because I prefer crushing blocks.
Got a point.
Are we doing a let's play?
Yes, at the moment I'm creating a character for my let's play. I'm going to play Pendor. Alright. We have good archery to start. We have any power draw? We do. So hold on. Let's reset our changes. I think we can put an extra point into archery. So 2 here. Or, sorry, through there. 1 point there. 2 points in leadership. Now, since we have 100 archery, we'll put the next 10 points into throwing because I never use this skill whatsoever. So it's annoying to raise. Alright. Adjust your character's face using the buttons and the sliders to rotate the head. Click on it and drag the mouse. See, we can spin like a moron. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Look at myself. We'll randomize a couple times. There we go. Other than being black, that's not going to happen. Alright. Beard and everything, that's all random, so we'll keep that. Alright, by the grace of the divine, you arrive in Pendor, a land plagued by constant strife for over 150 years. You have accepted a daunting challenge to stave off the influence of evil, reunite the warring factions of the Old Kingdom, and fulfill the prophecy of Pendor as foretold by the mad wanderer Madagan. These are dangerous lands where many powers, great and small, vie against one another for supremacy. Here you will find the honor and nobility, but also deceit and skullduggery. There will be valorous knights and black-hearted assassins. You will leave your past behind to start a new life. Pendor is not your typical medieval country. Women and men have equal chances of success and failure in Pendor. If you succeed, you will fulfill another destiny, creating a new possibility in the infinite dimensions of reality. Your choices may create a new thread in the weave of the oracle to choose and offer the possibility that your actions may serve us all. Drawn by the stories you hear about Pendor and its kingdoms, you join a caravan for one of the following people. Sarleon, capital of Sarleon. Ravenstern, capital of Ravenstern. Torba, capital of the Deshar Principalities. Jevixholm, capital of the sphere of Spain, and a ship to Genos, the Empire. Now, Sarleon is the current people that say they have claim to all of Pendor, and Ravenstern is the best archers. The Deshar are the horsemen, like, think Mongols, and the feared Spain are your Vikings, and the Empire is technically Romans. And seeing as I'm going to run around with a shield, I'm going to go for Janos. You arrive by ship skirting the sands where the Empire lands meet the sea. Much of the coastline is obscured by tendrils of fog which obscured its flat lands and forests. Occasionally you caught sight of a village watchtower rising above the mists, and on one occasion a beacon fire burning to warn of a snake cult warband. The captain told you tales of this infamous cult, which regularly invaded the Empire, seeking to turn the Empire of worship to its hideous goddess. You were relieved when your ship docked in Janos and marveled at the sight of the Empire galleys rotting at anchor, pennants fluttering in the evening breeze. Exhausted by the time you find the inn in Janos and fall asleep quickly, awake before dawn and eager to explore your surroundings, you venture out into the streets, which are still deserted in the early morning. Suddenly, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard makes the hairs of your neck stand on end. You are instantly on the alert for trouble. Basically, some juice bag attacks us. We start with a crossbow, and I have no idea what sword that is, but we're probably just going to shoot him in the face. Alright, headshot. He's dead. This guy, you can't kill. He's the merchant. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure but we could say the same for the other fellow. That one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while checking the street, and then finally, convinced you have not been followed, begins to speak. Actually, he doesn't. You walk forward and talk to him. Please allow me to explain my proposition. The snake cult raids have increased of late, probably because a number of the Empire nobility are secret worshippers of Azidahaka. The incidences of girls kidnapped are on the rise, and rumor has it that they steal girls to make them into snake priestesses. I've also heard they only take girl babies for that, and sacrifice their older captives. Hold on. Yeah, the problem is this. I sent my daughter under escort to Sez to visit her aunt, and her party was taken by the snake cult. She's not just my daughter, she's my only heir, and I've promised her the son of one of my oldest friends in marriage. This marriage will join our trading concerns and make us the wealthiest and most influential merchants in the Empire. This marriage must take place very soon, or both our friendship and our potential partnership will end. She must be rescued before the wedding day. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Pendor to seek your fortune. This is what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small but strong party, track down these snake cultists to their lair, and return my daughter to me in good health. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What say you? Very well. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you tackle that warband by yourself, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. You'll first need to recruit some fighting men. There are always a few lads in the outlying ventures looking for work more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. With a little training, they'll fight well. There are also mercenaries for hire in the taverns. They'll join you for pay. Visit the villages and taverns and use the money to hire some men. You will need at least 5 men behind you to fight the snake cultists. The bandit leaders are a mean bunch, so having experienced men with good equipment would be best. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages and take the tavern too. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Janos after you have got your group together. Then we'll speak about what we do next. You have given your first quest to persecute of you. Tab leaves the place, and here's the world map. It's quite big, and obviously a bit different from Mountain Blade original. But this is here where we're going to end our Let's Play for now. So thank you, and we'll continue next time.